Today, we're talking about a very normal, hated, and ignored emotion called frustration. I know you probably don't want to talk about it or even admit that it is a really big influence in your life, but if you're like most of us, it is. So let's dig in. The reason we need to talk about this today is because it is so prevalent and it really hangs heavy on most of us when we experience it. And sometimes there's guilt associated with feeling that frustration. The frustration can lead to triggering, overreacting. You get where I'm going with this. The frustration is felt first, and then comes the reaction that you may not be proud of. It's very common. And then comes the guilt, right? Have you ever felt like that? Let me know in comments. It's a very, very common reaction to frustration to be disappointed in ourselves and then feel guilt because perhaps you overreacted in a situation or you didn't react the way you, in 2020 hindsight, would have liked to. And I'm going to be talking a lot about raising your emotional intelligence levels or your consciousness. It's the same thing. And being aware of these frustrations as they come up and acknowledging them and not beating yourself up for them is very important. So stick with me on this. And I've got some tips to share that will help you make this as smooth a process as possible and way smoother than you're probably making it now. So the first step's always awareness. You may have heard me say that before. Be aware of what you're feeling. That is an important component in emotional intelligence building. You need to build your awareness of what your emotions are. What are you feeling and why? What perspective or story are you holding on to that is causing that frustrated feeling? And why? Is it really valid and serving you? Usually not. And we can shift that once you become aware of it. The next thing you want to do is compliment yourself for your awareness, because that is not normal. That is a very advanced way of being. As we evolve, more and more people will become aware of their emotions and able to process them and regulate them. It's a very critical skill for all of us to develop as we continue to evolve. That beautiful, loving place we all envision getting to in our own environments, if not the world. That's a little overwhelming to envision, isn't it? It'll happen. But in the meantime, where we want to get with our own internal world and settings and family, those we love that we want to bring with us into this peaceful existence, requires self-awareness of our emotions and the ability to self-regulate those emotions. So frustration is a big one. And whether you're aware of it now or not, congratulations for listening to this. And it will help you become more aware. If you don't like the feeling that you're feeling, tune into what the feeling is. Could it be frustration with yourself or others because things didn't go the way you would like to be able to control them? People and circumstances frequently, especially the people part, are outside of our ability to control. So allowing that to influence us and create frustration does not serve anyone. And recognizing that is a first very big step on this journey to self-actualization. You can get there, but it does involve intention and baby steps along the way. Don't try to take too big a step and set your expectations of yourself too high, because that will lead to more frustration. You know it. You've been there if you are normal. And I know you are, so don't beat yourself up. We've all been there. So recognizing frustration and the cause of it is the most important step in eliminating it from your life. Just allow yourself some grace here Become aware of its existence and what you're thinking that is creating it, and you'll be able to, faster than you can imagine, release that and refocus your energy on what really makes sense and a difference in your life. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss my future trainings, and I'll see you on the next video.